Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityanam Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayat. Nasta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttamas loke bhakti bhavdhanashtiki omajnanatimirandasya jnananjanasalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यईश्वरं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप गदामह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। So today we'll be discussing the Panihati festival. It is also called Cida, dahi, mahostav. It is also called Danda mahostav. So various names, because this is happening. This pastime is happening between Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, out of 6 Goswami, Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghu Yugal Sri Jiva Gopalako. The leader of the 6 Goswamis is Sri Rupa Goswami, who is Abhideya, Tattva Acharya, Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayoja. Sambandha is Sri Sanatana Goswami, whose deity is Sri Radha Madan Mohan deity, establishes the relationship between the living entity Jiva and the Lord, Sambandha. Then the Abhideya practice, and Sri Radha Govinda Dev is the deity for the practice, which is Rupa Goswami. Establishes the Abhideya Acharya, Sambandha Acharya Sanatana Goswami. Then we have Rupa and Sanatana. Raghunath Das Goswami is called Prayojana Acharya. Sambandha, Abhideya means practice, and ultimate goal, Prayojana. That is attaining Krishna Prema. So that Prayojana Acharya is Raghunath Das Goswami. And other three Goswamis are Jiva Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. So each of them represents Jiva Goswami, especially the Tattva Acharya. So because he was expert in writing Sandarbhas, he was very scholarly, expert scholar. Now today we will be discussing the pastime between Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, how he attained. He was the ordinary, opulent, and very rich son of a rich person, uh, rich family, Jamindar, Majumdar family. How he became Raghunath Das Goswami, how he received the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Krishna, and through how he received that mercy through Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and that is what that is it called Lord Mercy Festival, Lord Nityananda Prabhu's Mercy Festival. You can say Danda Mahostav, where Lord Nityananda Prabhu seemingly punishing Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, but that punishment is not like ordinary punishment. It's a great ecstatic ecstasy of receiving mercy. We'll see that. So, and Panihati festival, because this is happening at Panihati, the place is called Panihati, where the and it is also called Cida dahi, because the Lord Nityananda Prabhu ordered Sri Raghunath Das Goswami to distribute 2 pots. Those 2 pots are basically Cida and dahi. Chida means chipped rice, poha, and then dahi means yogurt. And so one pot is generally with the poha with milk, condensed milk. One pot is with poha and chida, yeah, puffed rice and yogurt and various fruits, bananas, and so many different flavors are there. So there are so many different flavors: American, Mexican, Chinese, Indian, so many Italian, so many different flavors. We'll have to come to Panihati Dam in New Panihati Dam in Atlanta to taste uh, all these rasas. So now let's read, let's understand this pastime more. Beautiful pastime. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita until Lila. Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami elaborate. The whole chapter is there. Chapter 6 or so. And chapter 20 also is explained. Then Raghunath Das Goswami, all these six Goswamis are very confidential associates of Lalita and Vishaka Sakis of Srimati Radharani. And they are Manjaris. Rupa Goswami is the leader, is called Rupa Manjari. So, and Raghunath Das Goswami is Rati Manjari. We'll see that. Saste Raghunath Das Prabhure Milita Nityananda Agnaya Chida Mahotsav Kaila. Now, sixth chapter of Antilila explains how Raghunath Das Goswami meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed the flat rice festival under the order of Nityananda. So, now, it is explained now Das Goswami. So, hearing this, Raghunath Das Goswami became extremely happy. All that was needed was for this to be said. He arranged to feed all the devotees there so quickly that it seemed that preparation must have been made beforehand. It was as if the door to storeroom simply had to be opened and everything brought out. Why? Raghunath Das Goswami is Rati Manjari. She is the manager of Srimati Radharani's storehouse in Vrajdam, Vrindavan, Golok Vrindavan and Bombrana. And Sri Raghunath Das Goswami later on explained how in his Manjari form as Rati Manjari, he goes to Nanda Bhavan and enters the kitchen as Rati Manjari. Make sure the kitchen is completely clean. She prepares all the ingredients for Srimati Radharani to cook with. She sprinkles rose water in the kitchen and spreads lotus petals for Srimati Radharani to walk on and make sure there are no stones or thorns on the path to Nanda Bhavan. Srimati Radharani is very soft limbed, especially the soles of her feet are very soft. So Nityananda Prabhu desired to manifest these leelas in the heart of the sadhakas, his associates. Until one has relished and become connected to Leela Ras, he will not be impervious to the influence of Maya. So that's why this pastime, beautiful, most merciful pastimes are being mm, performed by the lordships. So as soon as people heard that festival, this Danda Mahotsav or Panihati, Chida dahi festival, was going to take place, many Brahmanas, thousands of people thronged, where Lord Nityananda Prabhu sitting in high asan, this is in Panihati Dham, and all his associates were there. Raghunath Das Goswami, before this incident, there is pastime that maybe in another class we can explain. Where Raghunath Das Goswami leaves home so many times before that. In the beginning, to begin with, how Raghunath Das Goswami actually, when he was young, he got the association of Srila Haridas Thakur, Namacharya Haridas Thakur. By his association, he is able to actually attain Lord Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. That is to begin with. That's why it is very important of the association of devotees. So Raghunath Das Goswami, then his family, Majumdar family, they are working for the king. So there he is government job, but his uncle Hiranya Majumdar and other person. So he has taken money, collecting money from the government, but they are not. They are keeping some money. He was keeping some money. So then one of the collector, Chaudhary, he understood but he was not sharing that money with him. So then immediately he was upset. And then he informed the king and put him, basically told him we should punish this. But by the time he heard that the king is going to punish, put him in prison, then immediately the Hiranya Majumdar left that place. So then only Raghunath Das was there at home. Then immediately they caught hold of him and brought him there to the prison, arrested him, and then he was supposed to be punished. So that's how this pastime begins with. Um, so yeah, that's how the pastime happens. And then Raghunath Das Goswami or the other, he explains, he nicely, intelligently, smartly works with that Chaudhary tax collector, saying, "You are, you are like uncle. You are also my father, like a father or father's brother. So I am your maintain. You are maintaining me. Uh, so you should not take it. You should not punish me. If maintainer themselves punishes, the guardian punishes, then how he will survive? So then Raghunath Das Goswami, as per Chaudhary, the tax collector was very much, tears was coming from his eyes. Then he said, today, from today onwards, you are like my son. So don't worry. So I will somehow or the other release you from the prison. So that's how Raghunath Das Goswami was released. Before that, he left. He tried to leave his home so many times. Before that, he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Now it's too early. Don't run away like this. Be in the Grahasthashram, but externally you should perform nicely duties. Internally, be detached. So, but externally you act like a worldly person. Be in the family. Don't leave. Don't run away. And there will be time. You will be able to soon. You will be able to get the mercy." So that's how he received. Now let's understand further. So then the Lord Nityananda Prabhu, seeing that somebody informed that Raghunath Das Goswami is here, he has come here to actually to see you. So he was hiding. He didn't want to come. Lord Nityananda Prabhu calls him personally, "Come here." He doesn't come. Then he asks his associates to bring him. Then bring, and then Nityananda Prabhu puts his feet, lotus feet, on his head, and then he says, "You are a thief. You are acting like a thief. You are trying to hide. Now I'm going to punish you. So you should distribute all the Cida dahi to all my associates, whoever is there here." So that's how this festival. That's why it's called Cida dahi. This is how is a punishment, but Lord Nityananda Prabhu's punishment is like distributing. Actually, he was so happy. Raghunath Das was from receiving that instruction to distribute. Then he sent associates and collected all the puffed rice, or the poha, and also the milk and yogurt. So two pots are made, represents, here we will read. As soon as people heard that festival was going to take place, many Brahmanas, saintly persons, and others began to arrive. Shortly, innumerable people had gathered. Seeing the huge crowd, Raghunath Das ordered his men to arrange more ingredients and eatables from other villages. He ordered hundreds of large round earthen pots to be delivered. Because before that he had ordered four earthen pots, one for poha, dry poha, and the other one for milk. And the other two, one for poha again, and other for the yogurt. In this way, soaking, because we have to soak. Chudadahi festival means you have to soak. So that's how. Then so many big earthen pots were brought, but it was not enough. Not only, as soon as some people heard, then so many people came from this village. Village was full. There was no place to even there. Then they even in the bank of Ganga, even the bank of Ganga was full. Then they even in the water, standing there and collecting these two pots, and then some of them are banana, some are with other fruits, and then they were having the big festival like this. And then when the other people heard from other village, they also came. So that's how this continues. We'll see here. He ordered hundreds of large round earthen pots to be delivered, along with seven especially large earthen basins wherein Brahmana soaked flat rice for the pleasure of the Lord. First of all, flat rice was soaked in hot milk. Then half of the flat rice was mixed with yogurt, sugar, and bananas. The other half was mixed with condensed milk and a fragrant small size banana called champakala. This is the special banana. Very, very sweet. Champakala, and sugar, ghee, and camphor. Camphor has a nice taste to it, smell and taste, fragrance. Camphor were also added. Nityananda Prabhu's attire was so beautiful. He was sitting on a raised platform surrounded by his associates and other important dignitaries. Hearing about the festival, all kinds of pandits, brahmanas, priests went there. Lord Nityananda Prabhu honored them and made them sit on the raised platform with him. The rest of the crowd sat in groups and around the platform. No one could count all those present. Prominent among those present were Abhiram Thakur, Sundarananda, Kamalakar Pippalai, Gauridas Pandit, Most of them are Nityananda Prabhu's associates, close associates. Parameswar Das, Dhananjay Pandit, Mahesh Pandit, Udaranadatta Thakur, very close associate of Lord Nityananda. Gadadhar Das, Murari Chaitanya Das, Sadasiva, Purandara Jagadish, and Hoda Krishna Das. When Nityananda Prabhu appeared in this world, he did not come alone, but brought with him his principal 12 cowherd friends. This is called Dwadasa Gopal. In Krishna Balram Leela, Krishna Leela, they are Dwadas Gopal. So now they are appearing in Gaur Leela along with Nityananda Prabhu, these Dwadas Gopals. The Gaur Gandodhesh Deepika by Kavi Karnapur, Shivananda Sen's son, describe the 12 Gopalas in Krishna Leela and their corresponding forms in Gaur Leela. Abhiram Thakur, also known as Ramadas, Abhiram is the Gopa known as Sri Dham in Krishna Leela. Sundarananda is Sudham in Krishna Leela. Kamalakar Pepala is Mahabal in Krishna Leela. Gauridas Pandit is Subal. We have Subal Keshav, is Subal, Gauridas Pandit in Gaur Leela. Subal in Krishna Leela. Parameswar Das is Arjuna in Krishna Leela. Dhananjay Pandit is Vasudham in Krishna Leela. Mahesh Pandit is Mahabahu in Krishna Leela. Purushottam Pandit is Toka Krishna in Krishna Leela. Kala Krishna Das is Lavanga in Krishna Leela. Purushottam Nagara is Dama in Krishna Leela. Udaranadatta Thakur is Subahu in Krishna Leela. Kolavecha Sridhar is Kusuma Sava in Krishna Leela. The Brahmana who had prepared the flat rice brought the 7 huge pots before Nityananda Prabhu. Raghunath Das was overjoyed to receive the order to distribute Vraja Bhakti, Ras, and Leela Ras. That's the 2 pots. One is Vraja Bhakti, another Leela Ras. Until this point, he had not received this instruction. He thus quickly prepared everything. He arranged 2 pots, one of each variety of soaked flat rice for everyone assembled. One pot had flat rice soaked in a thickened milk, and the other pot had flat rice soaked in a yogurt. So we have to discuss this pastime on a Nirjala Ekadasi day. Wow. He also arranged sandesh, honey, mangoes, and many varieties of bananas like champakala, martaman, kotali kela, mala boga, as well as rajni ganda, lemons, lychee, jamun, other fruit. That's why I said so many flavors, different fruits. You mix with your banana, you mix with grapes, you mix with cherries, you mix with jamuns. mm, mm, mixed with lychee. So it's amazing taste. Especially it has to have the camphor and the especially jaggery or the sugar with condensed milk and yogurt. More it's thick, more it's natural, like Gitanagari milk or Gitanagari yogurt. Its taste is, you can't believe, it's like out of the world. Some of the Brahmanas who did not get any place on the platform went to the bank of Ganga with their pots. Others, unable to find a place even on the bank of Ganga, entered into the water and began eating their flat rice there. Thus, some were sitting on the platform, some at the base of the platform, some on the bank of Ganga, some stood in the Ganga itself. 20 associates of Sri Nityananda Prabhu distributed the preparation to everyone present. In his previous meeting with Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Das Goswami received the order from the Lord, stay at home, don't act like a madman. But now seeing Das Goswami, Nityananda Prabhu was thinking of the pastimes of Krishna and the gopis. Yamuna Puline Kadamba Kanane Ki Herinu Saka Aja Syama Vamsi Dhari Mani Mano Mancho Pari Kare Leela Rasaraj. Oh Saki, what did I see today? In a forest, Kadamba trees on the bank of Yamuna, a dark complexioned cohort boy holding a bamboo flute was performing his pastimes on a jeweled platform as the crown jewel of all spiritual rasa. And he told Das Goswami, do not delay. Many days have passed in hiding. Nityananda Prabhu thus arranged for the first time for Raghunath Das Goswami Rati Manjari to distribute the love in his heart, Vrajras, through the dahi, Cida, dahi mahostav feast. Especially in the prasad arranged and distributed by the manjaris that is not found in the prasad arranged by the other bhaktas. On the occasion of Chidadahi Mahotsav, Nityananda Prabhu distributed Mahaprasad from the hands of Rati Manjari to a seemingly endless number of people. So many people took this prasad that there was no place for them to sit on the banks of Ganga surrounding the countryside, and many climbed in trees to take there, or stood in water, took prasad there, or climbed on top of the roofs and took prasad there. Everyone was completely absorbed in the bliss of honoring Mahaprasad. During this time, Raghav Pandit arrived at the scene. Raghav Pandit is an expert cook, and his sister Damayanti. They were cooking for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So many items. Astonished, he began laughing. He brought many preparations cooked in ghee and placed them before the Lord, which were distributed among the devotees. Raghav Pandit said to Nityananda Prabhu, I cooked many foodstuffs for you and I offered them to the deity, but I see you are having a festival here. So the prasad is lying at my house uneaten. Lord Nityananda Prabhu replied, "Who shall honor all these preparations here during the day, and I shall take at your house in the evening time. Gopi jati ami bahu gopa gana sange, ami sukha pai ei pulina bhojana range." By caste, I'm a cohort boy and I stay with many other cohort boy friends. I become very happy when we enjoy eating together on the sandy bank of a river. It's like a picnic. Saying this, Lord Nityananda Prabhu sat Raghav Pandit down and had two clay pots given to him as well. When everyone had received their pots, Lord Nityananda Prabhu called Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by his meditation. Seeing that Mahaprabhu had arrived, he stood up and from each and every pot, big and small, Nitai took some of the preparation and jokingly pushed it into the mouth of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Smiling, Mahaprabhu also fed Nityananda Prabhu and laughed as he made him eat it. In this way, Nitai walked through the crowd and all the Vaishnavas stood up to watch. No one could understand what Nitai was doing as he walked about. Mahaprabhu appeared in the form of not in the form that not everyone could see. Those who are very fortunate at the darshan of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How many wants to be in this festival? How many wants to be to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu? Nitai then seated Mahaprabhu on an asan. Four pots of yogurt soaked flat rice that had not been made from boiled paddy, milk, sandesh, fruits, and other ingredients were brought before Mahaprabhu and Nityananda. The two brothers ate with great love and affection. Observing Mahaprabhu eating by his side, Nityananda Prabhu became blissful and manifested various ecstatic loving moods. Nityananda Prabhu then told everyone to honor Mahaprasad while chanting the names of Hari, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. At once the sound of Hari Bol resounded throughout the land. All the Vaishnavas chanted Hari Hari. While taking Mahaprasad in great bliss, they remembered Krishna's pastime with his gourd boys eating on the bank of Yamuna. Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were extremely kind and magnanimous. This is Adbhuta Karunya, Adbhuta Vadanya, Adbhuta Madhurya. So, Adbhuta Karunya, Adbhuta Vadanya. So, it was Raghunath Das Goswami's great fortune that they engaged him in this pastime. Who can fathom Nitai's mercy? Lord Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, Nitai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself came and performed Pulina Bhojan. This is next. Pulina means like Yamuna, Ganga, that is called Pulina. Yamuna Pulin, they call. So Pulina Bhojan, like a picnic. So you all must have, at least I know, I have been to many times in childhood. This picnic, especially in summertime, in a mango grove or in a lake or to the river bank. So like that. This pastime of enjoying breakfast on the banks of the river, all the Gopas headed by Abraham Thakur became absorbed in divine love. They began thinking the sandy bank of the Ganga to be the sandy bank of the Yamuna in Raj. Hearing about the festival, many shopkeepers arrived with their goods from their other villages and began selling their flat rice, yogurt, sandesh, bananas. As they brought their goods, Raghunath Das Goswami purchased it all from them and they began feeding it to all. All those who came to witness this spectacle who were also served this preparation. After Nitai finished eating, he washed his hands and mouth and gave Raghunath Das what was remaining in the four pots. Whatever was left over in the other three big pots was distributed by Brahmanas to all the devotees. A Brahmana then placed a flower garland on Lord Nityananda Prabhu's neck and applied sandalwood paste on the limbs of his body. A Sevaka brought betel nuts to and Nitai laughingly accepted and chewed them. Nitai distributed the remnants of his flower garland, sandalwood paste, and betel nuts to everyone. Raghav Pandit gave the remnants of Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu to everyone. Raghunath Das ate their remnants in great bliss and distributed some to his own associates. As soon as everyone honored these remnants, they became immersed in Rajabhav. Understand, remnants of lordships. You can imagine, especially cooked by Raghav Pandit, cooked by Raghunath Das. So that's completely different. How Srila Prabhupada, when he personally cooked, even one time Prabhupada cooked only halwa, little bit only, completely full, like it's out of the world experience. And because pure devotee of the Lord, the consciousness with which in Raj, there are two types of love prasad, grita sneha, ghee like affection, and madhu sneha, honey like affection. Grita sneha is breezy and rich, but not sweet. This is comparable to dakshana bhav, or the right wing mood of some of the Vraj gopis, which is submissive by nature. Madhu sneha, on the other hand, is full of sweetness. This is comparable to vamya bhav, or the left wing mood of some of the gopis, most prominent being Srimati Radhika, and is contrary by nature. This pleases Krishna the most. Raghunath Das Goswami, Lord Nityananda began distributing both Madhu Sneha and Krita Sneha. One of the clay pots of Das Goswami's flat rice was the pot of Madhu Sneha. In this, he mixed flat rice with yogurt and added honey, varieties of banana fruits, and sweets like sandesh. In the pot of Krita Sneha, he soaked flat rice with condensed milk, sugar, ghee, camphor, Champakala. Das Goswami offered everything to Lord Nityananda Prabhu, who offered everything to Mahaprabhu. Nitai had these two pots of condensed divine love distributed to everyone. When Raghunath Das Goswami distributed this prasad, those who partook of it received seva vritti, a spiritual service tendency. By this, Lord Nityananda Prabhu gave them entrance into the realm of Rajabhav. Hmm? Then Lord Nityananda Prabhu gives mercy, blessings. Tandra Agna Lana Gela Prabhura Charane Prabhu Tandre Samarpila Swarupera Stane. Receiving Lord Nityananda Prabhu's blessings, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami renounced his home and took shelter of his lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Jagannath Puri. Lord then offered him into the care of Sarup Damodar Goswami. After the festival was over, Lord Nityananda Prabhu rested. Early that evening, he went to the temple of Raghav Pandit and started Kirtan. Lord Nityananda Prabhu made all the devotees dance and danced himself, drowning the world in prema. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarup Damodar Goswami, Gadadhar Pandit, and all the bhaktas manifested there from Kshetra Mandala, Gora Mandala, Braja Mandala. All the bhaktas assembled in manifest or unmanifest forms, and Kirtan went on until late that evening. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was unseen by all, but Nitai himself stood and watched Nitai's dancing. There is no comparison the three worlds to Lord Nityananda Prabhu's dancing. It is incomparable, just like the dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who can describe the sweetness of Lord Nitai's dancing? Mahaprabhu himself comes to witness it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, wherever Lord Nityananda Prabhu is dancing, I am there. After dancing in Sankirtan, Nitai rested for some time. Then Raghav Pandit requested Lord Nitai to accept prasad. Lord Nityananda Prabhu sat down for prasad with his associate, laid out a seat to his right for Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then appeared and sat down on the seat. Seeing this, Raghav Pandit was filled with bliss. First, Raghav Pandit served prasadam to Gaur Nitai, then to all the other Vaishnavas. Who can describe all the varieties of prasad Raghav Pandit cooked for the Lord? Its taste defeated even nectar. Mahaprabhu eats every day at the house of Raghav Pandit because who cooks? Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radha Thakurani personally cooked there. This has all been elaborately described by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita. The Vaishnavas requested Raghunath Das to honor Prasad, but Raghav Pandit told them Raghunath would take later. Once the two brothers had finished eating, Raghav Pandit mercifully gave the remnant to Raghunath Das Goswami, saying, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has eaten this Prasad. By taking his remnants, you will be freed from bondage. The next morning, after taking his bath in Ganga, Lord Nityananda Prabhu took his associate with him and sat beneath the same tree under which they had sat the previous day. Raghunath Das came and worshipped Lord Nityananda Prabhu lotus feet and made a request through Raghav Pandit. This is always mood. See, always through associate of the Lord, not directly Lord. He is going through Raghav Pandit. Even in Swarup Damodar case, also even in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's case, also he's not directly approaching. He's not asking through directly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's asking Swarup Damodar Goswami because Mahaprabhu gave him under the care of Swarup Damodar Goswami. So he's always submitting to Swarup Damodar. This is the general process. Always. Every time I try to give up my family relationships, my father and mother stop me. One cannot attain Mahaprabhu's shelter without your mercy. If you are merciful, even the most degraded person can attain his shelter. Although I am unqualified, please be especially kind toward me. Very important instruction, this one. And grant me shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Please be kind and place your feet on my head. Bless me that I may achieve Mahaprabhu's shelter without any obstacle. So this is how Raghunath Das Goswami submitted fully at lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Prabhu through Raghav Pandit, such an exalted personality. So that's how. We should submit. Hearing Raghunath Das' prayer, Nityananda Prabhu smiled and spoke to the devotees. Raghunath Das' material happiness is equal to that of Indra's. Due to Mahaprabhu's mercy, he has no desire for it. Therefore, all of you be kind toward him and bless him that he may attain Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. See, that's how. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has done that. In the case of Raghunath, in the case of Rupa Goswami, in the case of Sanatana Goswami, in the case of other Goswamis, he told, you all now, all of you devotees, please bless them, bless him, so that they can carry out my instruction. So here also Nityananda Prabhu told all his associates also, one who receives the fragrance of Krishna's lotus feet does not care for the happiness in Brahmaloka, what to speak of heavenly happiness. Sri Krishna, who is offered sublime prayers, is known as Uttam Sloka, being very eager to attain Lord's association. King Bharata Although young and healthy, gave up his beautiful wife, children, friends, and rich kingdom just as one gives up stool after passing it. Nitai called Raghunath Das near him and placed his lotus feet upon Raghunath Das' head. He said, Raghunath, you arranged for the feast on the bank of Ganga. Therefore, Gaura came here just to give you his mercy. Out of kindness, he ate the flat rice and milk. After watching the devotees dance in the evening, he accepted prasad. Gaura came here only to deliver you. Now all the impediments that were binding you are gone. Gaura will accept you and place you under the care of Sarup Damodar Goswami. You will thus become a close, intimate servant of Sriman Mahaprabhu. Without worries, return home. Soon, without obstacles, you will attain the shelter of Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. That's why we have to pray to Lord Nityananda. That's why we have to cry. We have to submit every day. We have to pray while waking up, while sleeping, always. Only by his mercy, by his representative Guru and Prabhupada's mercy, then we will be able to actually easily cross over this material world. Otherwise, it's very, very difficult. Lord Nityananda Prabhu had all the devotees bless Raghunath Das Goswami, who in return worshipped their lotus feet after taking leave of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. All the Vaishnavas, Raghunath Das Goswami, see, this is also important instruction, met with Raghav Pandit in private, discuss the proper way of giving a donation to Nitai, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and all the Vaishnavas. That's why sometimes we jump to Guru, but we have to serve Guru and Guru's servants, Guru's associates. Guru is not alone. Krishna is not alone. Krishna always with his associates. So that's how we should try to serve. Was given to Lord Nitai's Sevak. Raghunath Das requested him to inform the Lord only after he returned home. Raghav Pandit took Raghunath Das to his home for darshan of the deity and gave him a garland, sandalwood paste, and lots of prasad for his journey. Raghunath Das Goswami gave 100 coins and some gold to Raghav Pandit for Vaishnava Seva, saying, all of Nitai's associates, servants, assistants are all worshipful to me. Please distribute the money to them. Raghunath Das, this is how we should always try to serve devotees. Raghunath Das, especially Guru and Guru's servant, we should always try to serve. Raghunath Das drew up an account of the sum to be donated to the devotees and gave it to Raghav Pandit, who then made a list of the different devotees showing how much they were to receive. Taking the dust from the feet of Raghav Pandit, Raghunath Das returned home feeling successful, having received Nitai's mercy. This is how we do. That's why there is a etiquette, always. If when we come to temple, we see that Prema Dhwani. If Prabhupada disciples are there, they are the first ones to say. Generally, if they are there, generally, even if the speaker is there, we give garland to them and they will give the garland. We give them garland, the speaker is, then they will give the garland to speaker like that. This is always generally there is etiquette. This is how always we should. We go through a devotee, Guru and Guru's representative and senior devotees, especially Prabhupada disciples are. It's very, very important. Behavior, as we see from Raghunath Das Goswami, how he is always submitting to Raghav Pandit here, Nityananda Prabhu also, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, Swarup Damodar Goswami. He is submitting to both. And privately he is going there and giving donations and telling them to use it for the service of his Lord Nityananda Prabhu's associates. It's a very, very, very nice and important, actually, and very important. This pastime teaches an important lesson. Many people think Raghunath Das Goswami followed strong renunciation and ate rotten leftovers. And Rupa and Sanatan took only some dry chickpeas. Therefore, we must also follow this type of renunciation. What is the need to make such elaborate preparation for Thakurji and the devotees? It is an over endeavor to arrange such festivals. But we see in Mahaprabhu's pastimes, as explained by Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Chaitanya Charitamrita, how the devotees prepared 365 preparation for Lord's pleasure and observed festivals, feasts on days like Annakut, Ratha Yatra, Snana Yatra, Chandana Yatra, Julan Yatra, Vyasa Puja, Chidadahi Mahotsav. In Chaitanya Bhagavat, how Mahaprabhu's Bhaktas made so many preparations, so much rasa, specialty. This prasad distribution during the Chidadahi Mahotsav was done both under the guidance and by the desire of Lord Nityananda. We should always act under the authority and desire of Guru and Krishna, especially Guru and senior devotees. Endeavor to do everything according to his desire. Then you will be protected from the fault of mundane vision or intelligence, and you will become connected to the transcendental absolute truth. If you do something, your own desire endeavor, it will lead to an undesirable outcome. When we do a festival without guidance of Guru and Vaishnava, many obstacles will come and cause disturbance. So in this pastime of Cida dahi festival, as a result of Lord Nityananda Prabhu's mercy is seen after Raghunath Das Goswami distributed this prasad to everyone. He received Lord Nityananda Prabhu's mercy in the form of his remnant, which honored and shared with others with great love. Lord Nityananda Prabhu filled everyone with us. As there is a Grata Sneha and Madhu Sneha. By great tolerance and sweetness, you can attract a person and connect him to God. If there is no Grata Sneha, tolerance, you cannot keep anyone with you. And without Madhu Sneha or sweetness, no one will be attracted. You will not be able to bind anyone to you with affection without Grata Sneha and Madhu Sneha. Therefore, Lord Nityananda Prabhu distributed both of these in the form of prasad. So, in this way, we can understand this Chidadahi Mahotsav. So, thank you very much. I'll stop here. I'll continue these discussions on Yatra next few days. Ramraj, Srimad, Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Gopal ki jai, Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai, Shri Raghav Pandit ki jai.